What's up, everyone? I know it's been a while. It's been a little while. I've been quite busy with other things, other projects. I got a lot of stuff on the go, and work's been busy as well. But in all fairness, in all honesty, there hasn't really been much that's kind of been going on. A few updates, a few changes, which I'm sure you've all heard of. This coming week, we're going to be getting a new free champion. Hydra's going to be getting a little bit easier with some of the stats and some of the rotations and that sort of thing. For those, I know Hydra is one of those contentious topics. Some people, just got to do it. Like myself, I did it just to get Mithrala. And quite frankly, she's worth it. Definitely worth it. But for others, they just really don't care. And the gear out of it, some people just don't really care for. And I can tell you that the Stone Skin gear is, as cheesy as it is, it's a gear set that you got to start gearing some of your champs with. Same with protection. So Mithrala is one of my only champions in the protection set, just because I was able to get some decent accuracy, which turns into resistance. So when I use her for Hydra, she has close to 700 resistance, which is always great. But the protection set itself protects any 15% chance to protect any buffs that she casts. And she casts quite a few buffs. 2 on her, 2 here on the A2 and another 2 on the A3. And we're protecting them from being stolen. We're protecting them from being cleansed. So even in arena, we put them up, we protect, and they can't be taken from us, okay? So protection is good, but so is Stone Skin. So Stone Skin gives a round of Stone Skin 50% chance of blocking removals or steals. Now, I would say 90% of the debuffs also don't land when Stone Skin is up. You are pretty much fully protected. But... and that's what today's video is going to go through, is bombs. The new meta, I think, and definitely fun. I have to say that. So Gaius the Gleeful was one of the last recent fusions. Not the one that's currently going on, the one before it. But, some people were like, bombs, not so cool, not going to go for him. And I told a lot of my clanmates, you got to go for this guy. This guy seems to be one of the best fusion champions we've had in a long time. And why? What's Gaius do? As you could see, I'm missing 2 books on him to get his damage up by 20% on the A1. This CVC coming, I'll finish him off. But attacks double hitter. Will get another turn if this kills somebody, which recycles all of his skills that much quicker. Okay, which has come in handy. Champ's low, smack him with the A1, get another turn. All of these go back on the cooldown for 1 more, and then we're putting up more bombs on everyone else. The A2 is the bomb skill, so this is an AoE, 100% chance when booked to sleep for 1 turn, and then puts a 2-turn debuff for 100% chance. 2-turn block, for 100% chance. So when they get that turn, it'll tick down to 1, right? So if we're going to get the 2 bombs up, and then the sleep is up as well, when they get that turn, that 2-turn is going to drop to 1 turn because of the sleep. They're not going to attack us. And then we're going to have free reign to hit them again. So this skill is actually quite good. And then, of course, that A3 4-turn cooldown attacks as a double hitter. So the first hit will actually detonate the bomb, or however many bombs are on them. And then the second hit will actually ignore unkillable. So Leorius, anyone really in Swift Parry that has procced, any Skull Crown, any of the unkillable champions that we know puts up unkillable before they're going to die, or Swift Parry, this will ignore it. So we're going to detonate that first bomb if the bombs haven't already killed them. And then we're going to go through right that unkillable and drop them. And then his passive, when attacked, 30% chance of putting a bomb on them, a 2-turn bomb. And then it's once per hit. So if you have someone like a Rosin hitting you 4 times, that's 30 times 4% chance of putting up bombs. And we potentially could get 4 additional bombs on them from getting hit. And then, of course, when this champ dies, detonates all bombs on everybody. So you kind of want him to die. And then in all battle, 25% aura. So I've actually rebuilt him 3 times now. I had him at full perception. And then I went with mixed stats to really get some damage out of him. And then I found that Stone Skin actually is the best way to go. All right. So we just had him built, high accuracy, decent attack, high accuracy, decent speed, a lot of crit rate, and decent crit damage. But since I tweaked him a little bit at this point, mainly for 2 reasons. One, bombs actually do damage based on attack. So pure attack, and it's the attack, and I'm going to show you a damage chest in a minute, but it's the attack that is on the champion placing the bomb at the time the bomb is being placed. Okay, so that's one thing to keep in mind. So I've actually changed the build around here. I gained myself a couple thousand more attack. Every 5,000 damage for every 1,000 attack. Okay, so I increased my attack by 2,000. I ended up getting 10,000 more damage per bomb exploding on the champion. So that's one thing to keep in mind. The higher the attack you can get, the better you are looking. I did sacrifice my crit rate gloves for attack percent gloves in order to do that. So I'm only sitting at 55% crit rate. But at the end of the day, the damage is coming from the bombs exploding, not from the skills themselves. And I still have sacrificed about 100 accuracy by removing my accuracy chest and putting on a attack percent chest, which is between the attack percent gloves and the attack percent chest. That is how I've rebuilt him, Gaius, and I've lost about 20 speed. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I do actually, my only real good attack percent or attack necklace happens to be Revenge, which is great because when he gets hit, he counterattacks and he puts a bomb out. So why not? I did sacrifice a little bit of accuracy here. I have noticed with playing him, I did end up getting basically one of my only few attack percent gloves with crit rate, crit damage, and some accuracy there. Sacrifice some speed, and same with my attack percent chest, sacrifice a little bit of speed. But I did manage to get a little bit of accuracy and some crit damage. So it is what it is at this point. The Stone Skin set ended up not changing. I kept it as is. So no difference there, and same with the banner. So 2 things that you really need to know about bombs nowadays. Okay. The first one, so this is one of my teams. I lead with Lord Shazar. Shazar has the best arena speed aura in the game rather than leading with Arbiter. So we're going to start with a Sifi, go into Arbiter, get the increased turn meter, increased speed, get the protects up, and then Shazar is going to go put out 1 round of buffs because he's got 100% crit rate. So he's got 1 round of bombs, and then Gaius is going to go and put out his bombs as well. Obviously, in a single champ, not really much to worry about, but we'll just go to show why this is so fun. We'll put the things up. We failed. We got the 1 bomb up. The sleep negated it. He didn't do anything. And then we'll finish him off. So it's just fun to watch a team like this. We're going to go with a team, probably one of the weaker teams that we're going to face. Yep, we're going to go first. Again, it's still kind of fun just to watch the skill animations, to watch the bombs and whatever. This one's going to be a little tricky. We got a Reviver, Vogoth here, and then Gaius is actually weak affinity on 3 of the 4. So let's see what happens. Now, 2 things about bombs, and this is important to know. 1, bombs are the only debuff that goes through Stone Skin. So if you are fighting a team with Stone Skin, bomb will still land. No other debuffs will. And you have to get that 50% chance to get lucky to strip Stone Skin But even with Stone Skin, bombs will still land on a champion. Number one. Number two, bombs ignore Stone Skin. So if I'm able to get a bomb on a champion with Stone Skin, the bomb detonates. It's ignoring that Stone Skin bonus protection and just eating away at the enemy's HP. I've fought a couple of teams where they've had a 2-turn Stone Skin. Gaius goes up, put the bombs up, and then of course the sleep. They still have Stone Skin up, and then detonate. They wipe, they die, and Stone Skin's still on. So that's number one. Number two, Bogoth, and we'll show you on this team here. The bombs do not detonate Bogoth's passive. So we're going to do the damage to put the bombs on with Shazar and Gaius. That'll proc the passive to heal everybody by 50% of the damage taken. But when the bomb detonates on Bogoth, that is not considered damage. So it bypasses that passive, and therefore no one's getting a heal when Bogoth wipes. So that is actually important to know. So here we go. We're obviously going to go first. They got some resists on their cleanser. Okay, let's see what happens. Lots of poisons up here. They cleanse them off. We're going to have to go again. Okay, so full auto team like this doesn't really work. I probably should have brought in my other team in without Shazar. And then we get Madame Saracen to strip everything before the bombs go off. So see, so no one got the heal, even though Vogoth's bomb went up. And then here we go again. Boom, dead. No one got that heal. So we just dropped Vogoth with Gaius because of those extra bombs, and nobody took a heal on the team whatsoever. Okay, so that is a showcase really here of Bogoth's passive and the strength of bombs on a team like this. All right, so finally 12 minutes later, I knew I could finally get through it. Took way too long. My secondary team probably would have done better. But like, look at that kind of damage from Gaius the bombs. But finally we were able to sustain it. And that was just with bomb damage. Now I'm going to show you my second team. Probably a team like this would do better with that secondary team. When they put up their buffs, we're going to have Saris around to strip them and make sure that Gaius is there. So we are able to go, and I'm going to have to A1 here. Doesn't look like she's booked. All right, so again, it took a little longer, right? But you get the idea. Like, Saris is in there to really strip those buffs, and that's why I would switch a team like this with Saris. They had a little bit high accuracy. That second Duchess clearly wasn't booked because the revive should have come out when it was there, but you get the idea. Now, here we go. We can't sleep Leo. Okay, but what we can do is just get him down. I did not want that. We can't do anything with Leo, but I did want to get here. So there we go. We could strip it anyways, and voila. Okay, so Leo should have wiped the team, but because I had bombs on everybody, and when Gaius dies, he automatically detonates those bombs, he ended up killing both of them because they each had a bomb on him, and I just had to get somebody to stay alive, which I got lucky, and Sarah stayed alive. So even these two-person team are like sleeper teams, but those are so far no one in Stone Skin. So here's another team. We're going to go first, but because of the Stone Skin, Gaius is going to be fully blocked. CP has quite high resistance, so that's good. We're not going to get the strip out, but what we will get are these bombs out. Now everyone has a bomb on them. We'll drop her, and pretty much game over. There's nothing that this team can do to me. At this point, we are going to just make sure he dies. Make sure they die, and down they all go. So what could happen? This team's going to be a little challenging. We got a cleanser. We got a block reviver. So on the previous fight that took me 13 minutes, this is going to be harder with block revive. And then Magnar will definitely hit hard. Again, another cleanser, blocker. These teams are, they look easy enough, but they're going to actually be more of a challenge. All right, so no one with Stone Skin that I could find. We had a couple easy fights here as well, but couldn't find anyone. Usually, they'll throw Stone Skin on this just to be annoying, or a single Paragon with Stone Skin. But I have tested it. I have worked. I do have a screenshot. All right, so just a screen cap that I took just to show some of the clanmates. So here we are with Gaius actually putting up the blocks first. And as you see, with Stone Skin still up, Gaius was still able to put the 2 bombs up. So very important to know, like, this is a counter to Stone Skin. You think about it, so you got Lord Shazar, who's got the best speed aura in the game. Never really used because bombs were meh before. But 1 turn cooldown of 2 bombs, 1 turn cooldown if you crit. You have other champions as well. Soul Drinker, another good one. When he dies, places 2 bombs for 2 turns. Whenever he dies, pick him up, they kill him again. He's constantly putting bombs out there. A1, that actually is a single target, decreases a turn by 1. So if you're putting a 2-turn bomb up, then you smack him with an A1, you drop it to a 1 turn. And then a 3 times at random and decreases the turn by 1. So if you're putting a 2-turn on everybody, all enemies here for 3 turns, right? 100% chance when booked. Then you're going to go into the A2. And if you hit the same champion 3 times, so if it's a single target, boom, 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 you just detonated all the bombs. Otherwise, it's at random, and then you're just decreasing it down. But when you pair him with somebody like a Shazar or a Gaius, they're putting on bombs for less turns, right? So when you start to look at these bomb champions and what they potentially can do, it starts to actually, put different teams in the meta here. All enemy instantly detonates all bombs if this champion is under an increased attack. You pair him with, Arbiter lead. And then, or you put an Arbiter on the team. Then you're going with a Shazar, a War Mother, and then a Gaius, right? Shazar goes up, puts out a 1-turn bomb times 2. Gaius goes up, puts 2 2-turn bombs. She goes, attacks all enemies, and is detonating 1, 2, 3, 4 bombs potentially, all by herself. Like, you have different champions now that are now bomb champions. Who's the other one? Galcut. For those of you not using Galcut, he hits like a truck. He was my main nuker. He was my arena farmer for the longest time until I got Leo, and he basically got to the wayside. But an epic champion, hits like a truck. And then, of course, he has a bomb on the A2. 1 bomb detonates after 2 turns on everybody. But again, hits hard, and then a decreased defense A1. So Faction Wars, I use him a lot. He's still very strong, very powerful. But there are so many bomb combinations here now that you can do because of Gaius, really. And if you didn't pull Gaius, you could still look to do some of these things. It doesn't work as well. That's mainly because of the sleep with the bomb itself. Right? It just disables everybody, puts the bomb on them, so nothing can get done. But it's my new favorite team. It's gonna work. Stone Skin pops up. Who cares? You got your bombs going up on Stone Skin. You got Gaius coming in to detonate all those bombs, wiping those Stone Skin champs clean. If you can't cleanse it, this is another backup. By far one of the best champions. If you haven't gone for him, hopefully you pull him. If you have gone for him, pull him out of the vault start building him. Definitely worth the books. Definitely worth the time, and super fun to just watch those cleavers coming across, putting the bombs up. 1, 2, 3, detonate. Oh, unkillable. Oh, who cares? See you later. Can't say enough. Okay. Little weak, but you know what? You want him to die. The only reason I have Stone Skin on him is to make sure he gets his bombs out. And then I don't care, he can die. Right? As you saw in that other video, he died, bombs detonated, I picked him right back up, we did it all again. Recycle all his skills and do it all over again. So there you have it. Bombs are definitely the new meta. They work through Vogoth's passive. They are working through Stone Skin, and you can pair them more and more now with different types of champions and really get some fun teams going. If I had War Mother, I probably would have War Mother on a team with Gaius and pull out with Shazar. I would definitely keep a Sifi and Arbiter in there, but I would put War Mother with Gaius. I think that would be a super fun team to go. We're detonating. Just play around with it. Okay. Let me know if you pulled them. Let me know how you use them, and we'll catch you on the next video. Take care, everyone.